Hey everyone, how's it going? We got random kitty and all. I don't think I could really zoom in on her. No. No. Worth a try though. It's been a while since I made an update video. Just so freaking long. Just so lost interest in YouTube. That has a lot to do with it. And I've been doing other stuff, like I've been playing a bunch of Minecraft. And, you know, going on the creature server, which the haters keep crashing, and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, I've been keeping busy. I've been playing a bunch of Portal, which I just started playing a few days ago. So, you know, just stuff's been going on. Yeah. Well, let's start with some updates on the cars. We'll start with the Tercel. I've been driving that for a while now. Just the gray truck broke down, or not broke down, but I've been driving it because it's been having some clutch problems. The clutch itself still has life, but the clutch line, I've been having trouble with the clutch hydraulic lines. With them, they're pretty much not holding pressure and leaking. So the slave cylinder doesn't really do its job. That might be my clutch problems. The clutch might be fine. And I bought their clutch line. I got 99% of it, except the last bit that goes from the slave cylinder to the, you know, the flex hose. So about the transmission off of it, and of course they're real rough. You know, pulling the, you know, pretty much bending the slave cylinder out of the way. And of course they screwed up the you know, what you want to call it, the clutch line. So I'm gonna have to find a new one. And the only other junkyard that I know of that's within a reasonable distance from here that has a, you know, a good clutch line, the one I need, hasn't decided to part out the truck yet. I mean, they decided they want to use it for parts, but for some reason they haven't decided they want to, you know, sell parts off of it. So and that really pisses me off because I really want that part, and they won't freaking part it out yet. So maybe I'll just need to be patient. I got that messed up fuel line or clutch line. Maybe I can actually bend it back into shape somewhat. And I got some brake line from an old Volkswagen too, Volkswagen Bug, 74 Bug. So maybe I can convert that for it. That's why I bought it. So, anyways, that's kind of an update. Actually, you know, this update, I just realized the update went from being an update about the Tercel to the gray truck. So now let's go to the Tercel. Tercel runs great. The only problem I'm really having with it right now is for some reason it keeps going through fan control switches. When my grandma was driving, I noticed the fan control switch didn't work, so I went to the junkyard, bought another one, and it worked fine for maybe 6 months. And I noticed today it was running a little bit hotter, and the fan was not on. So I know the fans are good because if you unplug the switch, the fans come on. But I don't know, it's just something screwed up inside the switch, or something's burning out the switches. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'll have to take a look at it. A new switch is $50, so I really don't want to buy another switch and have it burn out. Maybe I'll just find a used one. The Mercedes, I've been working on that for off and on over maybe last month or so. And also it starts right up as soon as you turn the key now, but it still needs brake work. I pretty much got the brakes done on the passenger side, new pads, a new rotor, you know, and caliper, but it still needs a brake line. And brake line is an extremely unique line. It's something that I've never seen before, and it's not one of those you can custom make. It's like pretty much has the regular end that goes to the caliper. Then in the middle it has a kind of little piece of steel with 2 bolt holes for 2 Allen. Sorry about that. 2 Allen bolts go through, and of course, then it has a real wide connection that hooks to the flex hose. And of course, I accidentally snapped that because the head, the little nut, it was seized on there. It's probably never been off since we got the car. So, and of course, I had to snap the line or cut the line just to replace the caliper, which something I felt really bad about. But it was one of those things that I couldn't get the line off, and it was holding me up. So I am paying for it now. So, other than that, the passenger side brakes are done. The driver's side brakes were kind of a pain in the ass. Pretty much the spindle was seized on there. Just all the grease turned to sludge, and the brake caliper was somewhat seized onto the rotor, and just thing after thing after thing. The only problem I didn't have with it, pretty much. Sorry about that yawn. It's been kind of a long day. I've been just doing so much stuff today. Pretty much the only problem I didn't have was getting the brake line off, not doing the bolts for that caliper. Even the caliper I ordered from Rock Auto, they sent me the right one for the passenger side, and they sent me the right box for the driver's side, but it's like almost the same one, but not quite. It just wasn't wide enough or deep enough to fit onto the rotor. So, and of course I didn't want to pay shipping and get screwed over for them sending me the wrong parts, so I tried to modify it a little bit with a grinder, and of course now the casting's totally messed up, so they'll never take it back. So I don't know what happened. Maybe someone turned it around cord. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe someone part got switched at the factory. Just something got messed up with it. That really, really, really made me mad. It makes me mad just thinking about it, because that caliper was $63. And I spent a lot of money on that thing, and it took almost a month for it to get here, and it was the wrong part, and I had to pay to ship it back and buy another one. And either way, I'll lose money. I had to pay to send it back, and then I had to pay. I'll get most of the money back, but I still have to buy another one, and we'll probably wait another month, and that really made me mad. And that's why I was so convinced to actually modify it. So, yeah, I was just swearing at the thing for probably about at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It really, really, really made me mad. So, I'm just going to go to Kragen's this time. I don't think I showed you guys the caliper. I don't even know if this is honestly rebuildable. It's the caliper, I think, sees freaking solid, because I can't even get pliers in there to move it back and forth, and the piston's way out too far because it was running metal against metal, and I stopped driving it. That's the reason why I stopped driving it originally, and of course later on the carburetors went bad, and so on. So hopefully I'll take it back. Yeah, it just can't believe I sent the wrong part. Rock Auto's interchangeable thing for older cars is really, really bad, so I wouldn't recommend buying parts for old cars from them. I'm not the only one that's had problems with them. The parts, they always have a different system for newer cars, because the parts, they always get the parts right for the newer cars, but the older ones, it's just totally wrong. So, well, I shouldn't say totally wrong, but 90% of the time it's right, but there's just the odd time when you really need this one part, and their interchange is just messed up. And I'm not doing, some other YouTubers have problems with them too, with older cars, so anyways, I still recommend them. Just pretty much know your part numbers and cross-reference them before you buy something from them for something maybe 70s and older. And the Subaru, I really love the Subaru, but I think I'm going to sell it. I'm just getting so tired of the automatic. I mean, almost to the day. I mean, literally a month and a half, almost to the day. I just got so tired of it. I really don't like automatics, and I really like the car. It's a great car. I'm glad I saved it, but just the automatic's just killing me. So, the brother says he wants it, so I'm gonna fix what's wrong with it. Pretty much, it needs rear struts, one rear brake caliper, and let me see what else I ordered for it. Yeah, air filter. So a brake caliper, air filter, and 2 rear struts. And then I could just sell. I'm gonna sell for $1,500. I'll probably break even on it, but I'd rather sell it to my brother, kind of cheap, and well, it's probably about what it's worth. I could probably get a little bit more than it's worth, but I'd rather sell it to my brother. I don't want to rip him off. So, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I'm thinking about getting a Ford Probe GT. Normally I'm a 4-cylinder guy, so I'll get the 4-cylinder Probe, but just the awesome sounding, the engine I really love that deep toned GT, Ford Probe GTs have. And I've heard just the GTs have better suspension, they're all the way around better. It's something I really love how they look. It's just, the thing that kind of scares me is when you buy anything that's GT, it's kind of hard to find something that's not beat to shit, or if it is, or or pretty much if it's not beat to shit, it's way overpriced. So I'll have to think about it. It's one of those things my gut instinct says I really want one, but I shouldn't get one. But like I said, I really want one. So I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just buy a Corolla, or maybe I don't know. I was thinking about maybe getting another Toyota truck, like another 83, because I really miss my old one, but I don't know, 1,500 is a long way away from like 3,000, so. And I kind of just want to get another car right away, so. And I was thinking about maybe getting a Hyundai Accent. I actually looked at a 2002 Accent that's at a junkyard, and the inside wasn't perfect. It's actually the cleanest Accent I've ever seen in person. I mean, the body was perfect, the interior was perfect. Even the plastics weren't yellowing like most of those Accents from that generation are, but it's really nice, and it's probably priced about what it's worth. It's priced $1,200, but I could probably get it for about $1,000. But I looked it over. It runs perfect. It has 223,000 miles, which is kind of high, but the engine has kind of low blow-by, so I'm thinking it's all highway miles. But the thing that scares me is I open the radiator cap, and there's a bunch of bubbles in there, which means the head gasket, or something has a small leak in there. It could be the bat block, could be a head gasket, or maybe it's cracked cylinder head, probably a cracked cylinder head, because it's such a small leak. And when I checked the oil on the dipstick to see if it was like milky, there's like a bunch of sparkly in there, like maybe there might have been metal in with the oil. So that's another one of those cars where I kind of really like it because it's in really good shape, but the motor is just really scaring me. So it's just one of those things where unless I want to change the engine later on, I should just pass on it. Those Accents are known to burn oil too, so probably just a car to pass on. I really want to get a 3rd generation Accent, but they're just priced too high for me right now. Unless someone was like to give me one, I couldn't really get one. So, which that'd be nice, but it's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. Anyways, I think that's pretty much about it. If you guys have any video requests, just let me know. And if you guys watched the video today, and also let me know, because I'm kind of curious how many people watch me rant about my crappy cars. and how I need to fix them. So, anyways, over and out.